Hello, New School Comic Book Reviews. Okay, this is a supplementary video, kind of late comics that I didn't review on my last couple of videos, the comics that I got in the last couple of weeks or so. So let's just jump right into it. Let's start with Sleigh Ride by Alex D. Campi and R.M. Guerra. Basically, this the story here is it's pretty much a homage to old type of 70s and early 80s horror movies and exploitation films. And I actually liked it. Basically, the plot here is it looks like it's the holiday season and people are getting kind of whacked off. There's an old lady who calls the younger lady on the scene and they have some sort of relationship together. I guess the husband or ex-husband of the older lady is also the younger lady's mom, or sorry, dad or whatever, so that's how they know each other. And I guess families that they know in the little small town, like I said, are being murdered very viciously, and it's kind of being set up as kind of a revenge horror thing. And I liked it. I really like the art. I like the pacing, I like the story. A lot of times where you have these things where people talk about grindhouse, they kind of take this kind of tongue-in-cheek kind of parody approach. But not here. Here, I think it's pretty much a straightforward homage. You never get the feeling that they're laughing at the material. And like I said, I liked it. I'm definitely going to get the next issue. And it's gotten me interested in, I guess, the series that Dark Horse did last year with this same writer. I kind of want to look into it. Batgirl number 36 by Cameron Stewart and Brendan Fletcher did the writing. Babs Tarr is the finishing arts, and Cameron Stewart did the breakdowns. Basically, we have Batgirl trying to chase after a couple of female villains on motorcycles who are kind of terrorizing the campus, and they basically pattern themselves off an old TV show, basically off an old anime. I kind of enjoyed it. I think the story was well plotted, well paced. One thing I didn't like about it is the way Batgirl kind of defeated the main bad guys. Basically, she did it by remembering something from the old TV show. The thing is, if the bad guys are patterning themselves after the old TV show, wouldn't have they've seen exactly the same episode that Batgirl did? And wouldn't they have like kind of avoided getting caught that way? Especially seeing as it's kind of really cheesy, corny, you know? And also the way that Batgirl figured out who the bad guys really were. The detective work was kind of lame. It's the old thing where the detective or the hero, whoever, goes to exactly one person who seems to know everything and everything's exactly true or whatever. It just was a little bit too easy and a little bit too simple. But other than that, I did like I said, I like the art, I like the pacing, I kind of like the episodic feel of the comic. I'll still give it a few more issues, but okay. Astro City number 17, written by Kurt Busiek, and the art here, I couldn't figure it out last night, but the art is by Tom Grummett, and there is a different inker every couple of pages. It was probably more than likely some sort of deadline thing. Basically, we see the story of this kind of Hawkman slash Falcon type character as being told as by this alien guy. And I don't want to give too much away, but it's basically sort of type of story you would have gotten in the 80s with Space Wars, and there's a big bad guy who's kind of a Thanos or or a dark side type guy, just conqueror, world beater, or whatever. And like I said, most of the story is being told by another alien, and it gives it. Thing is, he does give it at the end this sort of what do I want to say, human interest twist or whatever. And it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. You know what I mean? I dug it. It's the type of thing that could have been in one of their a normal Marvel or DC comic, but for whatever reason, they're just not interested in writing these type of comics anymore. So it was fun. Not as good as the last few issues, but okay. Catwoman 35. This is New Direction Catwoman. Finally got around to reading this. It's written by Guinevere Valentine, art by Gary Brown. This is the New Direction where Catwoman is now one of the crime bosses in Gotham City, but we get to see that she's got her own distinctive way, her very own individualistic ideas on how to run Gotham City. I thought it was a solid start. Pretty decent art. I wish the art could have been a little bit tighter, but I liked it. I'll definitely buy the next few issues. Oh, this stupid guy is in the comic. You know. Anyway, but that's all you get to see of him. Black Mask makes an appearance. So I think it's a pretty interesting setup. Definitely get the next few issues. I might even stick out the whole art because I'm pretty interested in seeing how they handle the new direction for Catwoman. I got this all crime comics. I got this a few weeks ago, and for whatever reason, I just kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. The cover art is by Bruce Timm, but the interior art is by what it says chapters 1 and 2 by Brad Ryder and chapter 2 by Jeff Snow. 1 and 3 by Brad Ryder, chapter 2 by Jeff Snow, written by The Art of Fiction, and is published by Art of Fiction. I'm not sure what to make of this comic. Basically, this particular issue is set in the present, but is set in Johannesburg, South Africa, and this looks like it's an alternative present. If you, I hope you can make out that kind of emblem there. It's not quite a Nazi swastika, but it's really close. And basically, it deals with this this woman here who's part of some sort of crime family that's operating in the country, and there's some stuff where they've got some rivalry going on with the Russian mob, and there's these revenge killings. I'm not exactly sure what about. I think it has to do with the fact that they're all there betting on soccer games and stuff like that. The writing is okay. There's some pretty crazy violence in this comic as well. The art is kind of simplistic, but it's okay. It's just good enough that I can deal with it. But I'm not too sure what this series is really about. It seems like when I first picked it up, it seemed like I was starting at the beginning of a story, but maybe not. And then here you get stuff like this. We'll see. Tracy will return in science faction. So I'm not too sure if it's a case where the main character is the only constant and they just put her in different types of stories. I'm not too sure, but I will kind of. I think I'll probably check out one of the previous issues just so I can get a better handle on what's going on. Also, it's actually a pretty good deal. There was almost 38 to 40 pages of story for $3.95 price tag, and it's pretty hefty. It's on really heavy paper stock, so it's a decent deal in that sense. Ms. Marvel, just fun stuff. This came out like shit, damn near a month ago, I think. But I just got around to reading it. Just more fun stuff with Kamala Khan. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, here we go. Fun stuff with. Damn it. There we go. Fun stuff with Kamala Khan doing her thing. We get guest appearances by Lockjaw and the Inhumans. And Kamala learns that she's actually uh, an Inhuman who, after getting exposed to the mist, is what the Terrigen mist, which is why she's got superpowers. And she says here, "Oh no, I thought I was a mutant." She's like, "Yeah, no, you're an Inhuman." But fun stuff. We also deal with, we're going back to the kidnapped kids at the older building. So anyway, fun stuff there. Next, Sabrina #1, or I should say, the chilling new adventures of Sabrina. Written by Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, artwork by Robert Hack. This is back to the serious horror stuff with the Archie characters. I guess the Afterlife with Archie series has been pretty popular, so now we get this spin-off with Sabrina. And the gag, if you don't know, is basically taking the Archie characters and putting them in these horror settings, but playing it straight. It's not camped up. It's not a spoof or a satire. It's pretty much a straightforward supernatural story. And yeah, I liked it. Oh, they also have, oh, what the hell? They also have this backup story that looks like it's a reprint from the old Dan DeCarlo days, where Sabrina's kind of introducing herself. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, it's a pretty decent comic book. And yeah, like I said, it's just a straight up horror comic book. It's funny, on the back it says rated teen plus for violence and mature content. It's really not that explicit or horrible or gory or anything. If it's a movie, I think it'd pretty much be PG-13, but I'm sure the whole reason they do it is because it's Sabrina from the Archie universe, and it's more serious than people would normally expect it to be. I know my comic book shop where I bought this and where I get Afterlife with Archie, they actually keep it in the section where they keep all the indie comics as opposed to where they keep all the kids comics, because I guess they just don't want people buying it by mistake. Like I said, thinking it's going to be campy hijinks and running into this kind of like you know Sam Raimi type horror stuff. Also, Gotham Academy. I'm way behind on this comic. #2 is out. I just now got around to reading #1. I liked it. It's Becky Cloonan is the writer, and Becky Cloonan and Brendan Fletcher, art by Carl Kerschel. So just fun. Two girls two girls who are at this prep school, I guess, whatever the hell it is, in Gotham City, and the wacky hijinks that they get into. Uh, just interesting setup, just fun young adult type stuff. So I don't know. So I'll probably give it a few more issues. I might even stick out the whole arc. Uh, Hey, I think it is. It's going along with the whole thing with Marvel and DC trying to attract that young adult audience, that female audience, and whatnot. Speaking of which, it's pretty funny or interesting. It's not necessarily funny. Marvel's been putting out a lot of female-led comics right now, and on one end, I think is really good. I think they should. I think they should try to get broaden their reader base, so to speak. The only drawback is it seems that right now, especially Marvel anyway, it's just kind of throwing them out there, and I don't know if they really have much of a plan or a commitment to some of these comics. I mean, She-Hulk's been canceled. I think Storm is not doing super great, or it's underperforming anyway. Um, They're going to do a Squirrel Girl comic. They're going to do one of Gamora from the Guardians of the Galaxy. And, I'll probably check those comics out. But my big fear is Marvel's doing it now because they're in their kind of flood the market phase. It's just like when Deadpool was popular. There's renewed interest in Deadpool. All of a sudden, Deadpool's in like 5 different comics every month. The Avengers are big, so now there's 10 Avengers comics out. Some of these Avengers comics aren't even really Avengers comics, but the word Avengers is in the title. And I kind of get the feeling that um, Marvel's just throwing a lot of these female-led titles out there, just hoping they'll catch lightning in a bottle again, like they did with Ms. Marvel. I mean, Ms. Marvel was a comic book that nobody thought would do anything, including the creators. They've gone on record as saying, "Hey, we thought it'd only last about 7 issues or so," and it's actually one of Marvel's better-selling comics. The big surprise is it's exactly the opposite of what people think would sell in today's comic book market, at least as far as superheroes is concerned. Because on one hand, brand new character, female-led character, minority character, and these are things that typically type of struggle at Marvel and DC. And like I said, Ms. Marvel is one of the better-selling comics, and there's no precedent for it. So I think Marvel's just like, wow, this one female thing sold. Let's throw a bunch of other ones out there, and I wonder how much commitment, like I said, they really have towards some of the characters. I know, of course, not all of them could be sold well, are going to be big hits, I should say, and I just hope management or whoever just doesn't take the attitude of, oh, well, it was a fluke. People don't really like girl comics or female superheroes. Let's just stick them on teams and be done with them. You know, so I hope if Gamora's a flop or they end up canceling Captain Marvel, whatever, I hope they stay committed to trying new things and still trying to branch out and still trying to reach new audience, and even just, hey, just giving us something different for the old audience. There's only so much Wolverine, Batman, Spider-Man you can take. You know what I mean? Okay, and that's it. I got to thank you very much for listening, and everybody have a good day.